Hello, welcome to the Children's Message. I'm Teresa. I'm from the Griffith First United Methodist Church in Northwest Indiana, and I'm sitting in our church library. So today we're going to be discussing the book of Mark again. And remember, Mark is a storyteller that documented Jesus's times with the disciples not long before his crucifixion. So in today's reading, Jesus is giving 4 of the disciples advice so that they may be prepared for the future. So we're going to read Mark 13, 1 through 8. As Jesus was leaving the temple, one of his disciples said to him, "Look, teacher, what massive stones, what magnificent buildings." "Did you see all these great buildings?" replied Jesus. "Not one stone here will be left on another. Every one will be thrown down." As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives opposite the temple, Peter, James, John, and Andrew asked him privately, "Tell us, when will these things happen? And what will be the sign that they are all about to be fulfilled?" Jesus said to them, "Watch out that no one deceives you. Many will come in my name, claiming, 'I am he,' and will deceive many. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, do not be alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places and famines. These are the beginning of birth pains." So Jesus with 4 of the disciples were sitting on a mountain opposite of this temple in Jerusalem, where they have a very good view of it. The disciples were very impressed with this temple because they'd never seen anything like it. It had taken 50 years to build, and it was on the top of a mountain, very impressive. It may have looked like this. Historians believe it was probably 15 stories high. To give you perspective, here's the picture of a 15-story building, and this little black slash there is actually a person, so you can get an idea of just how big this temple was. We don't know for sure if it looked like this because it was destroyed by the Romans many years later, but that's another story. So the religious leaders of that time were focused on this building, the temple, and had turned away from God. They became corrupt, and Jesus told them that the temple would someday be destroyed. They didn't need a fancy building, they only needed Jesus. The disciples questioned Jesus of when will the destruction take place. Jesus didn't answer them directly, but tells them to be careful of pretenders. Be careful of those that claim to be the next Messiah. It didn't matter when the destruction would occur. So children and adults have to be wary of those that promise to meet all your deepest needs. Not all pretenders are religious. If someone says that they can be everything you need and they aren't leading a life like Christ, don't be fooled by them. Christ is the answer and will always be the answer. You have to be diligent. Don't let anyone destroy your faith. So in verses 7 and 8, Jesus tells us that there will be wars and cataclysmic events. This does not mean that the world is going to end. It's not a sign. Nations have fought. There have been devastating earthquakes and volcanoes blowing up and famines. Jesus said these things are going to happen. Do not think of it as a sign that the world is going to end. He talks about a mother giving birth and how painful it is, but after the beautiful baby is born, the mother forgets about the pain because she has great joy. Like the pain of giving birth, it's necessary in order to experience the joy to come. We need to remember that we're in the middle of our tough times, that one day the tough times will be over and we will experience great joy. We will always have hope, thanks to God's love for us. It can never be destroyed like a building. There is no substitute for God. No one or nothing else will do. So today's coloring pages, Jesus and the 12 disciples, was from coloringhome.com. This one is from Pinterest. And remember, you don't go on the computer without asking your parents first. You may follow our Griffith First United Methodist page on Facebook. We have our services live every Sunday at 11:15 a.m. Central Time. If you want to come in person, you can look up the address on our page. We post a new children's message every Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for watching. Peace be with you.